Environmental Council, Sierra Club, Florida Association for Criminal Defense Lawyers. I'm the secretary for that. I seem to be the secretary for the Land Acquisition Committee. I help the staff with doing the minutes.
Volusia County?
Flagler. My dad, like I said, was a court reporter, and I can take semi-shorthand notes or type as you speak. And I always said, if I ever had to make an honest living, I could, because I'm a really good typist. So, I thought of myself as Dr. Boardman's sergeant. I carried out orders. He told me to write to people. Never heard of Nathaniel Reed? He's a legend. He was very influential. And Dr. Boardman said, write him a letter. And I learned much later, Dr. Boardman knew that Nathaniel Reed's brother-in-law was on the board of directors of Chase Manhattan Bank, one of the co-owners and co-developers of Halifax Plantation. Soon after I never got a reply. I might have gotten a thank you for your letter, but apparently he talked to his brother-in-law, and not long after that, Chase Manhattan sold their share in the project and got out. And that's all, rather than him. I don't know why he let me do that, but I got to write a letter. Oh, well, I influenced that. And I heard that the letter he told me to write, Chubb group of insurance companies who owned Belmead, that my letter was read at the board of directors meeting when they voted to sell it to the state. He knew, like I said, he always had this formula, get all the people, the players on board, so that you have authority, to say the garden club this, or board of directors of that are on our side. He should have given a seminar. I learned a little. One of the things I did was I named Boardman Lane, Walter Boardman Lane, that goes through Bealo Creek State Park. I went to each club. Found out when everybody met, went to the meetings, and told them that I have this idea, and we kept it a secret. But again, all the garden clubs, Sierra Club, Environmental Council, and I did learn from him, pick one of the leaders. So I asked Dr. Flucius, PT Flucius, to sponsor it, to make the motion to rename it Washington Street. I talked to Eileen Butts. She was a historian in Ormond Beach. They've got a street named after her, but she was able to confirm that Washington Street, that was the name of the street going through the state park, was just a generic Washington. It wasn't a particular family, and nobody's feelings would be hurt. So got all clear on that, and took it to the county council. It happened to be a county road. Yeah, I might have learned more if I had to go to FDOT. But that was something I did in the public arena without him telling me what to do every step of the way. I learned that much. Yeah. I'm not sure. They just changed the street signs.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. And I remember the day we had the People's Celebration. We couldn't get the county to have a dedication on the weekend. It had to be a Monday morning. Regular people couldn't go. So we had a People's Celebration at the Fairchild Oak. And when it was over, I happened to be behind the Boardmans in their car. And they lived in Port Orange, but first they went north and went very slowly down the street, because they just put the signs up that said Walter Boardman Lane. And I could see them both looking at it. And I did that. Complete surprise. When they were voting on it, they said, so I moved that way, blah, 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 rename Washington Street, Walter Boardman, what? And they made it gave Brynn, what should we call it? Brynn, I said Lane. At least there'll be a psychological deterrent to four-laning it one day. And I think that day is getting here soon, when all the with all the build out at Halifax Plantation, and you got to get to the beach right away. 30 miles an hour, people really hate that. But it's just Boardman Lane going through the park. The Environmental Council that he and others founded in 1968. Yeah, he formed that, and it's every once in a while somebody will say, we need to have an organization that brings all the groups together. I'm like, that an umbrella group, that's what we have. And if you want to do that, you can have the name, if you'll follow, but we're here, it's just that we need people to participate, and people have over the years. But when people, again, their backyard, something gets mowed down, and we need to do something about this, and sometimes they'll have the same idea he did in '68. Anyway, I joined the Environmental Council, and the head of the Sierra Club called it the brain drain. Everybody started going to the Environmental Council meetings, and then I've been their secretary since since then, again, just paying some dues because they did so much he did to organize the resistance. And Reed Hughes, now that's his part. We're hoping one day that'll be Reed Hughes State Park, what's now North Peninsula State Park. He had a lot to do with getting that acquired, he along with, but now we've got this connection, Bulow Creek State Park, Tomoka State Park, North Peninsula State Park. And I like to think that with the Atlantic Ocean, we're connected to the JFK Park in Ireland.